The resolution's not great on this, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. I designed this circuit board. It's a Arduino. Basically, you could put headers on there and plug an Arduino Nano in it, and it's got I2C, and it has a relay here, and here there's a breakout, header breakout for temperature control module, temperature module for K-type thermocouples, and or no, that's right here. This is F.T.D.I, and this is the thermocouple thing here. So I designed it, and I had 5 made up, just a prototype. It's got here there's a voltage regulator and all the parts for, well, basically what I had in mind is that you could either plug in a nano, or you could build a nano right on the board, or you could switch between them two. That's what the idea was, having a switch. I could have a nano on the board, I could also put in a nano on top and switch between them if I desired to. So anyway, the idea was to have a K-type temperature sensor that would go in a reflow oven, and then the relay would, right here, and the relay would turn another relay, a heavy duty relay, would turn the heater on/off on a reflow oven. And I'd done a reflow oven before, but it had a single chip for it, and can't buy the chip for under $60, so I decided to go for a module that would go here. This is a Chinese one here. Anyway, so I wired one up, so it's got the 80 mega 328. It's got a reset. It's got the I.C.S.P programmer, plus it's also got an F.T.D.I plug here. That's the F.T.D.I, so one of these ones here you can plug in there, and you can program it with that. All the other parts are a little SMD. I wanted to build an SMD one, so that's net. So I soldered on all the individual discrete components and soldered on the SMD, and then when I went to solder on I didn't have an SMD push button, so I had one with or I had put push button, but it's larger footprint, so I tried to put it on there, and I managed to mess up one of the terminals, but it would still work. The big design problem is that I used the wrong footprint for the Tantalum capacitor that this thing takes. So what I did is I took a piece of scraped a piece of copper off of another circuit board, and I soldered it to the other. I'll show you here. The right here. So it's just too small. The pads are just too small. It's a 1203 or something, and it needed to be type D, which is like a much larger pad. So in my redesign, I'll put a larger pad on it. So what it is, I put a piece of copper here to here on there, so I could mount the SMD. So it's kind of a rough fix, but it works. And I tried programming this. I think I got a bootloader on it, but I can't seem to get it load a sketch up to it yet. So I think I'm going to take everything off of this one and put it on a new board. So what I want to do is I want to make this pad bigger so I can mount a Tantalum on it. So I have, from the old days, I have some copper traces. So I'm going to take a piece of the copper off of here, stick it on there, and solder it down. The repair I did on this, I held it on I glued the copper down with the A600, 6000 stuff, which is pretty strong. I also put it, you can see it or not, I put it on the, around the, put it under the Tantalum capacitor as well to hold it down. But I think this time I'm going to try just cutting a pad of this stuff, and this is sticky. It may not be very sticky anymore because it's been kicking around my house for a lot of time. But I'm going to give it a try. If it doesn't stick, then I can use the glue. So, put a corner up. I can't see that very well. Can't get under it. There we are. So, still got some stickies, but not much. Let's put I had in mind to put it on the pad, just sort of overlap it a bit, and then I can solder it down. It actually stuck. Very nice. So, on there for the glue hold. So I'm going to go solder that pad on there and see what happens. Require a tantalum capacitor. Apparently you can't use ceramic ones. Not recommended anyway. So these are tantalums here, 22 microfarad. Now, I have mine. You can see that that one's there. There. So, on there it's polarized, so you have to put the band towards ground. It should be that way. And it's got a little bit of a lump there where I soldered it, but I kind of took some solder braid and tried to get some of the excess off, and I think it'll be alright. So yeah, so that would be there for that end and that for that end. It's a little bit bigger than it needs to be apparently, but that should work to mount that with. And I would use a little bit of glue just to hold it down there, hold it in place, because what happened is this one here, put it on there, and at this end here, where the copper was, I put on this end, it was peeling the copper right off of it. So that's why I ended up gluing it down. Probably went a little crazy in the glue there, but this one here, I'd probably just put a little dab of glue so it'll catch it in here somewhere. It won't peel off. So, yeah, that should make this board functional. And the other issue was, like I say, the reset button. It's a reset button with the legs on it, and the legs made it too big, because you see it's a really small footprint on that one. You see that tiny footprint on it. So what I ended up doing is I took the legs and I bent them in, and then it would just catch the outer bits of that, so that should be alright. My principal issues were that tantalum, the pads for a tantalum, and the other thing is everything feels so close together, so I'm going to rebuild it with, spread everything out a little bit more, so this one doesn't feel like I'm soldering on top of that one and stuff. It's just kind of awkward when your eyes get weaker and stuff. So I didn't have any problems doing the AT Mega 320, oddly enough. So, and that's got like little tiny itsy bitsy pins. So anyway, that's all I want to talk about today.